Jimmy here with another Just the Tip of the Week, and today we're going to discuss how to set up your own campaign. It's going to be very similar if you want to send an e-blast on a specific date, or if you have a campaign that you want to set up yourself to promote something, or possibly just make your own campaign. What you're going to do is go into Moxie Engage, and then what you'll want to do is come over here to campaigns. From campaigns, go ahead and click add from library. And you want to search for the blank template that says blank template, campaign, or e-blast. Maybe further down, right now it's going to be up here, and click add to campaigns. When it's been added to your library, you'll see this green box up here on the top right. So go ahead and close from there. Now you will see here that you have the blank template for the campaign or e-blast right here, excuse me. And you also see this green dot on the right for your email. So the first thing we need to do after we've uploaded the blank template is we need to go into My Emails, and we need to create the emails that we want to in this case. Now, if you're making this for a campaign, there's something that you want to first iron out: how many emails you're going to be sending out and what the time frame is. For this example, I'm going to do 3 emails that I want to send out consecutively at a certain time frame. Okay. So as I come down here, you'll see that I have this blank email template. The first thing I'm going to do, since I'm making 3 of these, is I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. So you see here I have blank template, copy 1, and then copy 1, copy 1. So we're going to start with the blank template down here, and we're going to click on it. And this will be the first email that we're going to send out. Just like an e-blast, I'm going to want to come up here and change the name for this. I'm going to call this Test Campaign Part 1 and save that. That way I understand which email I'm putting in. Next, you're going to set up your email, and you'll need to change your subject line here. So in instance, this is going to be, if again, Test Campaign 1. This is what they will see. This is what your client will see when you send this. So it could be buy a home now, whatever you want to do. You can even put a preview text in here if you want. That will help kind of show exactly what this email is about to kind of get them to move forward. Go ahead and click save. Next up, you want to come here and edit the email content. When you come down here, there's already a template that's built into this. This is where you can go and change what the message is. You can add pictures. In this case, I am going to grab a picture and put it right here underneath this. First thing I'm going to start is the title of whatever this. So Test Campaign 1. Jeez. Okay, and then if I want to add a photo, I'm just going to randomly grab one in here for right now. Let's just do just listed. Well, this could be any picture that you want. This is just what I'm going to put in at this point. Then I can come here and change the message. Join me for a whatever the message is that you want to put in here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to leave it actually just like this so you can learn how to play around with that. That's when you're done. Next, you're going to hit continue, and you want to save this. So once this is saved, you'll see we're back on our email page here. And once this loads up, you're going to notice that the very first one here is going to be Test Campaign 1. So next up, I want to go to the next one here, do the same thing, but this is going to be whatever the title of it is going to be. I'm going to call this Test Campaign 2 just for my records. Again, change the email setup that you have here. I'm not going to play around with any of that. And then edit your email content here. I'm not going to touch this either. Learn how to add the stuff to it, whatever you're going to on that standpoint. Save that one. And now we have part 1, part 2. And then we're going to come up and do one more just to show you how to do these 3 campaigns in just a moment here. So now we're going to go to this one here, which was the blank template one more time. And Test Campaign 3. Same thing, save that, then come down here, change your subject line, preview text, save that, and then finally come to edit your campaign here. I'm just going to throw another photo in here just for fun. Okay, this is again just to show you what you can do on this standpoint. All right, once I have made all of my emails and I've saved them and they're ready to be set up for this campaign, now what we want to do is we want to go back onto the left here to where your campaigns are right here. Now from here, you'll see that template that we already downloaded, right? So we need to change the name of this so we'll be able to track it and know what we're actually getting into. So let's click on it first, and let's set up this campaign to send out these 3 emails. So first up, I'm going to click Edit Name, and I'm going to call this Test Campaign for Demonstration. Okay, so that's the name of my campaign. Then I'm going to come up here like I typically would, and I'm going to set up my people. It could be a group, it could be everybody. Let's just go ahead and set this one up. All right, so that is set up and I'm going to save it. Now what I want to do is I want to edit this campaign schedule and add all of my pages to it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click edit schedule. Now what this is going to say is by editing this, it's going to break the sync, which means if there was anything that was in this campaign that was from the brokerage that I can add later, you're not going to be able to do that. Now in this case, it does not matter. You're fine. But if it was a broker campaign that you wanted to change, that means you're going to break that sync. So if something's supposed to be coming out later, it may not. So, but in this case, you're fine. We're going to click confirm. Now, when you get down here, the first thing you're going to see here, now this campaign is specifically set up for scheduling it on a specific date. So what I'm going to do is remember what I named these. The first one was test campaign part 1. And then I'm going to decide the date that I want this to go out. Now, it's originally set up to be, let's get back to January. So let's say, for instance, I want this to go out on the 4th. I set that up there, and then I can view here that's the one that's going out to make sure it is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another email here, and then I'm going to click, and from that drop-down box, I'm going to go to the second one here, then choose the date that I want that to go out, let's say the 5th. Then I'm going to go back here and click add again, drop down and do part 3. And then this one I want to send out on Saturday. So by doing this, I'm able to send it on a specific date. And I have my 3 campaigns. Again, I can click view just to make sure that I am good to go on this standpoint. And then once that is done, I can come down and click save. So I've made my emails. I've put them into the template of the campaign, and I have it set for specific dates for it to go out. Once this is saved and it's ready to go, this up here on the top right will say run campaign. When that turns blue, that's when we're going to go in and we're going to click it to hit run. And we have now set up a campaign for whoever it is, whatever group it is, however many people it is, and it'll start running starting tomorrow, at least in this case, because this is the date that I set up on it. So let's just wait here for one more moment while this is kind of going through. This does take a few minutes just because of the fact that we've added so much to it. So you can see here the campaign schedule is January 4th, 5th, and 6th. This is what's going out. This is who it's going out to, and I click run campaign. Now, when you run a campaign, you do not want to leave the screen while it's getting everything set up. It will actually refresh and go back to the main campaign homepage. And that way you know that you've actually set it up correctly and that it has been set up for it to actually run. And that is actually how you will go and set up your own campaign on a specific date, making your own emails, and then moving on from there to send it out to everybody.